You know, when Kia arrived in Canada, it did so with two rather pitiful models. This week on Test Drive, the all-new Kia Rondo. Now, believe it or not, this is the 10th model in an ever-expanding portfolio. When Mazda pulled the wraps off the Mazda 5, the world, at least those of us in the automotive one, took note. Here's a small car capable of doing what many larger vehicles are completely incapable of, carrying 4 riders and a bunch of cargo, or it can carry 6 riders in relative comfort. However, its downfall, if you can call it that, is when loaded to the max, the Mazda 5's 4-cylinder engine has to work flat out just to meet expectation. Asking for more sees it come up shy. In simple terms, the new Kia Rondo is a Mazda 5 with a V6 option. The inside of this Rondo has been very nicely finished. To begin with, it's logical. The radio sits above the climate controls and the shifter lever falls close enough to the driver. It actually promotes the use of the manual side of the automatic gearbox. And if you go with the up-level model, well, it comes with everything. Full leather, audio and cruise control right on the steering wheel, and power everything, including a moonroof. The one thing that lets the side down, well, if you look at some of the plastics, notably this glove box right here, the flashing along here and the cheap plastic, it's just not in step with the rest of the vehicle. While it's true the base car does have to make do with a 162 horsepower 4-banger, the up-level version tested here comes with a 182 horsepower V6 that twists out 182 pound-feet of torque. This work ethic is more than up to the task of hauling 7 without feeling lethargic or flat. Obviously the power at play helps, but so does the technology. Along with continuously variable valve timing comes a 3-stage intake manifold. This combination ensures the power is smooth and delivered over a broader range. One of the Rondo's key attractions is flexibility. To begin with a third-row stowage, you can carry 31.7 cubic feet of cargo space. Now, when you deploy it, which is that simple, you do kill cargo capacity, but it gives you the option to carry 7 people for a short distance. Now, I stress short distance. The beauty, now instead of having to take 2 cars for 7 people, you can take 1. The 5-speed automatic helps the engine's cause by bringing a low first gear and a leggy top gear. A week with the Rondo produced an average fuel economy of 10.1 litres per 100 kilometres, which is almost as good as the 4-cylinder cars it competes against. It also means the 6 is only marginally more thirsty than the base Rondo and its 4-speed automatic transmission. The moral of the story? Forget the 4 and enjoy the 6. You know, normally when you run a crossover through the pylons, you expect the handling to be rather vague. Not so with this new Rondo. In fact, the wide track, sensibly sized tyres, nice suspension calibration and low centre of gravity, well, minimises body roll, understeers at arm's length, and there's actually some semblance of feedback through the steering. What a pleasant surprise. When you add a meaty set of 225 50R17 tyres, yes, 50 series tyres on a crossover, to the equation, it takes a lot to upset the Rondo. Even when the thing does start to come unglued, there's a good traction and stability control system waiting in the wings. The rest of the safety ledger lives up to the Rondo's early promise. Along with dual front and side seat mounted airbags come full-length drop-down side curtains. You'll also find 4-wheel discs and an anti-lock brake system. Testing put the stopping distances at a short 42.1 metres from 100 kilometres an hour. This new Rondo is a very well conceived package. To begin with, V6 availability, it handles exceptionally well, and you can load it up to the 9s without blowing the price out of the water. Its best attribute, however, you get a small size with a surprising amount of interior room. It's good enough that many manufacturers are going to sit up and take notice.